Welcome to the third late summer class, where we'll continue to work the inner and outer leg lines. We'll continue to strengthen and open the front body, and we'll just think about earthing and grounding, getting strong legs and strong centres. So as we have done the past few weeks, we'll be starting in worshipful posture, and the props you're going to need are a couple of bricks for sure, a blanket for definite, and these flat flip blocks are optional, so if you have one or two of them, if you know you like to use them, have them handy as well. Just going to show you what you'll be doing in worshipful posture before we get in there, so that you're not wondering what I'm talking about once you're down there. So we will start in our normal worshipful, and then I'm going to ask you to thread the needle from here with the bottom back. So if it's comfortable for you, I'm going to ask you to keep one arm extended and thread the other one through, so the back of the hand threads through like thread the needle, and then we just drop down to whatever support is under the head. Now if this isn't comfortable, or if you're further up here anyway, it may be an idea to come up to the neutral cat position that we normally take for thread the needle, and just come from here and thread the needle here. So your choices once you get down there. So without any more ado, let's find worshipful. Again, if it's not comfortable, you can be on your back with the knees open and wide, and then roll onto hands and knees when we're ready to change. But the blanket under the knees is probably quite nice from the start, and then coming forward into your version of worshipful to begin the practice. So find whatever props, whatever comfort you can here, knees wide, toes together. And I will always ring the bells to start the class. So settling for you and using the exhales to start releasing. So as I said, using every exhale to start to find softness in the body, to give way to gravity, to feel the support of the earth. And on the inhale, just noticing where the breath gets to without changing it too much at first. And then switching on that Ujjayi breath from right at the beginning now, that slow little closing of the throat, that sleepy breath that we can acquire, so that we start connecting with the breath, which is our bridge really from the thinking body to the feeling body, and that's where we want to be in our yoga practice, feeling everything. So on that lovely slow long inhale, can you feel the ribs expand at the sides and the back? Bringing the breath all the way down to the lower spine if you can, belly. And on the exhale, can you release and soften? Where can you feel an expansion and opening on the inhale? Where can you soften on that exhale, letting go? Are there sensations of stretch anywhere, perhaps maybe armpits or inner legs, maybe lower back, somewhere in the body? And if there are, can you breathe into them? Can you use the exhale to release a layer of tension or sensation there? And then count inhale. Find that pause at the top. Count the exhale, which is probably longer. And find the pause at the bottom, a real sense of letting go. Really coming into your own practice, your own body. How does your body feel? How is the breath? When you're ready, let's thread the right arm through first of all. So just coming up a little so that we can thread the back of the hand, the back of the right hand through and under that left arm. And perhaps bringing the head down to a place of support. And then just breathing into these new sensations. So we're still getting an opening into the armpit of the outstretched arm, but now the right arm that's threaded under, perhaps you can feel a sensation of stretch in the outer shoulder, the back of the shoulder area. What has changed? Where can the breath get to now? Still an opening on the inner legs. Beautiful. On the next inhale, bringing that arm back in front, stretching both arms out, neutralising. And when the exhale comes, thread left arm through, back of hand through. Be with your breath here. Notice sensations and breathe into them. Perhaps better able to breathe into the back of the ribs on the left side now, feeling the stretch here. Feel belly expand on the inhale and a softening on the exhale. One more breath. And inhale comes, let the other hand come out in front, undoing, finding worshipful once more. And then when you're ready, coming up, finding neutral cat, going straight into happy cat, angry cat. So knees are under hips, hands beautifully spread under the shoulders. Can't see feet, head relaxed, shoulder blades down, and on the inhale, sit bones and heart come through, we look up. And on the exhale, tailbone starts to curl under, lower back, middle back, upper back, chin in, looking through to the navel, drawing in the tummy. Inhale, tailbone curls open, heart comes through, sit bones up, looking up. Exhale into angry cat. So going with your own breath, thinking of the sides of the body being long, spine being unfurled, link by link by link, as you inhale and exhale. Soft, slow breath. Make this your last one. So once you've found the angry cat one last time, as you inhale, come back to neutral. Once you've found neutral, let's do banana cat. So normal inhale in the center. On the exhale, same hip to same, so shoulder to hip. Look over. Inhale to center. Exhale, hip to shoulder to hip. Look over the shoulder. One more each side. Inhale brings you center. Exhale, shortening one side, lengthening the other. Inhale, center. Exhale, making that C curve in the spine. Lovely. Inhale to center. Coming into open heart posture. So you know if you're one that likes to come into half open heart first, where you would bring the elbow to the floor, forearm to the floor, just extending one arm out, letting the head come down and find a pillow on the forearm. But the other hand is outstretched, and the upper shoulder is rolling outward to have a sense of the armpit rolling, opening. If you're happy to be in full open heart, both arms are out in front, head down, but in both cases the hips stay over the knees. Upper arm bones rolling outward so that the armpits have a sense of looking at each other. And letting the breath, using the exhales to let the heart soften down towards the floor. Stretch between shoulder blades that are level. If you're in a half open heart, swap sides carefully. And if you're in the full posture, just breathe into it. Inhaling, feeling expansion and opening on the exhale, softening the heart towards the floor. Lovely, one more breath. And then drawing the tummy in a little, walking the hands back. Coming back into neutral cat. Maybe wagging your tail a little. Ready for our work with extending the leg, lifting the leg. So let's work with the right leg, the right side first of all. So right toes extend onto the floor, the leg is long. Head draws back, find neutral to begin with. Normal inhale, and on the exhale, lifting up that right leg. Foot is active. Fingertips, let's bring the left hand out in front. Maybe that's enough for you, or maybe you can lift it palm facing ear, arm in line with the ear. Lovely long straight line from fingertips to the back heel. Breathing into it. Static to begin with. We've got 5 toe taps with a slow breath, 5 glute presses. So when you're ready, on the inhale, slowly toes find the floor. And on the exhale, slowly comes back up again to hip height or wherever it gets to. The inhale brings it down. Exhale brings it up without the pelvis wobbling. Strong cores. 5 in all. Trying to relax the neck, crown to tail long. Slow, deliberate movement with the breath. Once you've done your 5, you're bending the knee to a right angle. You can replace a hand if you need to. And then on the exhale, sole to sky, pushing up. Inhale, just drops a little bit. 5 of these. Exhaling, sole of foot to the sky. Exhale, just drop a little. Feel that glute work. 3 more. Try and make the breath long and slow. Beautiful. Once you've done your 5, extend the leg. Toe can find the floor. Hand finds the floor. Really good. And then we're going to just swing the right foot out to the side. Ready for that lovely open twist. So the right foot's flat on the floor in line with the knee. Left hand underneath the left shoulder. And on the inhale, we can open on the spine, twist open, perhaps rotate the wrist and the fingers. And on the exhale, turn on the spine, find the opposite ribs, make the twist. Inhale to open. Again, you might want to rotate the wrist. On the exhale, make the turn. Find the ribs. Last dynamic turn. On the inhale, we open. On the exhale, we turn, twist. Inhale to open to stay open. Exhale, open some more on the twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open a little more. Inhale, reach. And on the exhale, hand finds the floor. Tuck the toes of the left foot and very gradually bring the hips back. Bottom back towards the heel. Stretching the toes of the left foot, the arch of the left foot, perhaps somewhere on the leg, the outstretched leg. Feeling a stretch. Breathing into that. If it becomes too much for the toes and the arch, you can always bring the body forward a little to lessen the load. One more breath. Lovely. Inhale, come back forward. And then we're going to untuck the foot again. You're going to walk the hands back to the knee and the body to bring the body up. I'm going to swivel so you can see, but you're staying where you are. Ready for gate. So aligning knee, hip point, shoulder, right hand on outstretched right leg. Inhaling left arm up. Find length, and on the exhale, tipping over to the right. Inhale, coming up again, find length. Exhale, coming over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Last time. We're going to stay there. Exhale, come over. And then little bobbing motions. So on the inhale, we just come up a tiny bit. And on the exhale, you can perhaps release into the stretch a bit more. One more. Breath is guiding your movement. Lovely. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arm down. Body comes forward again onto the floor. Where you started, you're swaying that right leg back behind the same hip and then bringing it back behind the left foot so that you can swivel on the left knee. Keep the left hand down, lift up the right hand. We're now in a side position to the wide side of the mat. Left hand supporting you, left foot on the floor. Perhaps feeling a little stretch into the supporting leg and hip already. Lift up the right hand, open in the chest, breathing into it. Maybe you want to stay here. Head in a position where you feel supported and long. If you're happy to, if your lower back's happy to, we're going to lift the leg. So on the inhale, right leg comes up. Exhale, finds the floor slowly. Inhale, slowly comes up. Exhale, comes down. And again. Lovely. Staying open on the inhale, coming up. Perhaps making little circles with the right leg, tiny little circles. Challenging the stabilizing muscles, lovely. Holding it for a moment. And hand finds the side body. It drops down in front of the chest. It swoops up over the ear. So now right hand faces right ear. Arm over the ear. Length, just like in a flank stretch. All the way up the side of the right body now. Breathing into it. Lovely. Drop the right foot to the floor and then just let the right ribs arc up to the sky. Let the head just fall with gravity, feeling a stretch into the side of the neck as well. Breathing into those open top ribs. Expanding on the inhale, softening on the exhale. One more breath. And on the exhale, coming around. Back into neutral cat. A couple of happy cats, angry cats to neutralize. Exhaling into that angry cat shape. Inhale, finds happy cat. Exhale, angry cat. Lovely, find neutral. Send the left toes away, long left leg. Have a moment there, and on the exhale, lift up the left leg. Walk the right fingertips out. Perhaps you're more wobbly here, they're staying there, or can you lift it up, palm facing ear, finding length. Back heel to fingertips. Definitely more wobbly here. Taking a moment to realise that, and then we'll do 5 toe taps here. So slowly on the inhale, toe finds the floor. On the exhale, slowly comes up, pelvis doesn't move. 4 more with your own breath in your own time. So 5 toe taps and then 5 glute press. Slow, controlled with your breath. The slower you go, the more you can notice what your muscles you're using, how it feels in your body, and it's more challenging. Once you've done your 5, bending the knee to a right angle, you can place the hand if you need to. On the exhale, sole to sky. Inhale, just drop the knee a little. 4 more. Keep going. How's that breath? How's the heart rate? How's your temperature? Noticing. Once you've done your 5, extending the leg, toes to floor again. Hand does find the floor. Swinging the left leg out to the side in line with the right knee. Foot flat on the floor. Ready for a twist on this side. So the right hand's under right shoulder. And on the inhale, left arm comes up, maybe mobilizing that wrist. On the exhale, we make the twist, reaching for the opposite ribs. Inhale to open. Exhale to twist. Last time, inhale to open. Exhale to twist on the spine. Find opposite ribs. Staying open on the inhale. Exhale, can you open a little more? Inhale to reach. Exhale to twist. One more reach on the inhale, and on the exhale, hand finds the floor. Tucking the toes of the right foot, and on the exhale, bottom comes back towards the heel. Feel a stretch into this foot, the arch of the foot, the toes of the foot, perhaps the inner leg line of that left leg. Breathe into it. What sensations can you breathe into? Do you need to ease off a little by coming forward, or can you just sit back and breathe into the opening? Lovely, one more breath. Good, bring the weight forward again, untuck the back toes. Ready to come up into gate, so walking the hands back towards the body, towards the knee, coming up. Again, check your alignment, knee, hip point, shoulder point. And then if you're happy with all of that, on the inhale, bringing your right arm up to the ear. Exhaling over to the left. Inhale, come up, find length. Exhale over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale up. Exhale over, staying over there. But again, come off just a little on the inhale. On the exhale, maybe you find more room, but you're not pushing. Inhale, just bobbing up a little. Exhaling over. Oh, lovely, one more. And then inhale, coming up. Exhale, arm comes down. Body comes forward again. And then we swing that left leg back behind its own hip, then back behind the supporting knee at the front, swiveling. So now the right hand is under right shoulder, left leg is long, foot flat on the floor, shoulders flat on the back. Feeling whatever is working to stabilise you here. And if you're happy, opening out the left arm. Chest is open, shoulder blades are open, reaching fingertips to fingertips. Perhaps you're staying here or going with the breath, opening the left leg. So on the inhale, lifting the left leg slowly. On the exhale, slowly lowering it down. 2 more, inhaling to lift. Exhale to lower, active foot. Inhale to open. Make sure it feels okay. Exhale, come down. And then staying open this time. So inhaling, keeping it up. Maybe making those tiny little circles. Challenging the stabilizers a little more. And then left hand finds left hip. Arm drops down in front of chest. Up in front of the face. Arm over ear, palm facing down. Feel the length from heel to fingertips, left side is long. Breathe into the challenge. Good, one more breath. And then when you're ready, let the foot find the floor. Let the left ribs arc up to the sky, let the head drop, ear dropping to shoulder. Breathing into that lovely stretch. One more breath. And on the exhale, we roll our way around. Find the neutral cat. One happy cat, one angry cat. Find neutral and widen those knees, toes together, bottom back. Do you ease off the wrists, wag the tail, and then can you find a comfortable position? The knees are wide, maybe wider than they were when you began. Forehead comes down somewhere. Maybe it's on the fists or the floor. Close the eyes, come back to the breath. How is the breath and the body now, just after that little bit of work? How does it compare to when we started our practice? Are there parts that the breath can get into now that they couldn't before? Is there an opening? Noticing. One more breath. Lovely, and then coming up. Beautiful. So we're going to come into a little bit of Anjaneyasana, our low lunge work, and we'll be doing a little bit of lunge work throughout this practice. So it's now time for the blocks to be ready. So they're at the top of our mat. And our knees are already on the blanket, but perhaps just finding a position where they're going to be good. So let's bring our right foot forward. And then find our blocks in the position like we always do, where we find a nice bit of support. So shoulder blades are down the back, the chin is tucked in a little, the knees above the ankle. And on the inhale, we think about the heart coming through, maybe look up a little. But on the exhale, we draw the hips back, we lift the toes of that right foot. Feel a stretch up the hamstring. On the inhale, come forward. let the heart come forward, look up. On the exhale, draw back. Maybe it only draws back a little. Don't push that hamstring stretch. One more, inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. Lovely, inhale, come forward. So we're going to break down the movement of Anjaneyasana into two parts in the breath. So on the inhale, let the hands come back to where the hips are. Bring the body up and bring the arms up. So here we are. So on the inhale, we just rise up. And on the exhale, perhaps the hips can come forward, the arms can open into more of a V, and the heart can come through. We inhale, come back again, so we're all upright above the knee. And on the exhale, open the V shape, hips forward, heart forward. One more, inhale, come back a bit, long spine, exhale, coming forward. Beautiful. Inhale up. Exhale, hands come down. Find the floor so that we can come back into our first downward dog. So it's a lovely pedaling downward dog. It's soft, it's fluid, it's whatever you need it to be to ease into those legs that we've been starting to open up. But the same setup points for downward dog that we always do. So the hands are spread, armpits are looking at each other, lower ribs are drawing in, sit bones are high. Have a moment, and then on the exhale, knees find the floor again. Ready to go to the other side, to untuck the feet. Now it's the left foot that comes forward into lunge. And this transition that we just did from downward dog to knees to foot forward is always an option when we get to the vinyasa stage, rather than swinging the leg forward. So now we've got our blocks to support. We're bringing the spine up. We've got the shoulder blades down the back. On the inhale, heart comes through, we look up. On the exhale, draw the hips back, maybe lift the toes up. Hamstring, calf stretch. Inhale, come forward. Knee forward, heart forward, looking up. Exhaling, drawing back. Toes up. Last time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back. Lovely. Inhale, come forward. Find neutral. Push into that front foot to bring the hands back to find the hips so that they can come all the way up. Find length, fingertips to the knees, long front body. On the exhale, the arms widen a little into V. The hips come forward, the heart can come forward, looking up. Coming back on the inhale. Exhaling. Hips forward, heart forward, perhaps arms widen. Inhale back, last time. Exhale forward. Inhale back up. Exhale, let the hands come down. Bricks out of the way, hands to the floor, ready for downward dog. Again, walking it out. Really good. And then a moment to be still. And then on the exhale, knees to floor. Widen the knees, toes back. Wag your tail a little. Great. Settle for a breath. Coming back up. Let's remove the blanket and come into a higher lunge. Same movement, but now the back knee's going to be off the floor, so bring the right foot forward. Needing the blocks again. And this time we get the shoulders ready, the long spine ready, but we tuck the back toes, we extend the back leg. This familiar movement again. So on the inhale, can the hips come forward a little more? Can the heart come up? Can we look up? And on the exhale, can we draw the hips back? The inhale, come forward. Into the lunge, perhaps look up. On the exhale, draw the hips back. Back of heel, pushing away from the toes. Last time. exhaling, drawing back. Stay there for a moment, breathing into it. Concentrating of the back heel pulling away from the back toes, lengthen the back foot. Feel a stretch in the hamstring of the front leg. One more breath. Lovely. On the inhale, come forward into long lunge. Again, widen those blocks off the mat so you can find the floor. Step back, find downward dog. Ready to go to the other side, so knees come down, left foot forward, blocks back in place, pushing into the front foot, shoulders down the back, bring the back knee up. On the inhale, heart comes up, look up. On the exhale, draw it back. Inhale into long lunge. Exhale, coming back. One more. Staying there, breathing into it. Really pushing the back heel away from the toes. Feel the calf stretch. Inhaling. Exhaling, head can relax. And then on the inhale, long lunge. Blocks to the side, hands find the floor. Finding downward dog. Walking it out. One breath here. And then we're going to come from downward dog into a plank, just working our core a little. So on the inhale, let the body come forward, finding your plank. On the exhale, come back into downward dog. Inhale into plank. Holding for a moment and then letting the knees come down, rolling through the thighs. Elbows are in, coming down onto our tummies for a little bit of back bending, opening out the front body. So it's that lateral C curve that we're going to make. So you're bringing the feet so that the toes are pointing out to the edges of the mat, rolling onto a little toe side to begin with, and then just walk yourself up onto the forearms to a place of comfort. And inhale at the centre, and on the exhale we're turning to the inside edge of the foot, looking around. Inhale to centre. Exhale, turning to the other side. So again, we're making that C shape with the spine, a very soft movement. The exhale turns, looking over the shoulder to the inner edge of the foot. Inhale, centre. Exhale, turning. Lovely. Inhale to centre. Exhale, coming down. Have a moment. And then we are setting up for cobra. We're going to do 3 of them, or 4. The first couple, not much pressure going into the hands. So setting up the feet well. Again, they're pointing to the corners of the mat. You're rolling onto little toe side. The tops of the toes are pushing into the floor, which means that the knees just pop up off the floor. The thighs are firmly on the floor though. Hands are coming down underneath the shoulders. The elbows are tucking back and we're rolling the shoulders back so the chest is open. On the inhale, we let the chest rise, but there's really no weight going into the hands, so it really is the back that's making the chest come up. On the exhale, come down. Again, another like that, toes pushing into the floor. On the inhale, chest comes up, but there's no weight on those hands. Exhale, coming down. Third time we can use the hands, so on the inhale, coming up, and you'll come up further using the hands, but the chest is open, the neck is long. Exhale, come down. Make sure you're not pushing too hard into the lower back. Last time, we inhale to rise. Exhale to come down. Lovely, take a moment. You're going to keep the right hand where it is with the elbow tucked in, elbow bent. Take the left hand out in front of you, up above the ear. We're going to lift opposite arm and opposite leg. So on the inhale, can you lift up the left arm and the right leg and the chest? On the exhale, bring everything down. Replace the left hand into a cobra type position. Extend the right hand out. And on the inhale, lift right arm, left leg and the chest. Exhale, come down. Now let both arms be out in front of you, but more of a kind of wide V shape for skydiver. The toes are out towards the corners of the mat as normal. On the inhale, we're lifting the chest, lifting the arms, lifting the legs, like a skydiver, and on the exhale, come down. Adding in a swimmer now, so on the inhale, skydiver, lifting everything, stay there. On the exhale, draw the elbows back, shoulder blades in together, look down at the floor. Inhaling, skydiver, exhaling, coming down. One more of those. Inhale to lift, skydiver. Exhaling, elbows in, chest rises a little more. Inhale, skydiver. Exhale, come down. Let the hands come underneath the forehead. Lift up the toes off the floor, knees are still down, and we have that windscreen wiper type action, rolling the feet from side to side. Can you feel a nice massage on the thighs? A nice easing off with a little back. Lovely. Feet find the floor again, back into that same position, rolling onto little toe side. So we've got hitchhiker, locust to finish our back bending sequence. Forehead is down, the arms are out to the sides with the thumbs up, a kind of OK sign or a hitchhiker type sign. So we're going to lift everything up on the inhale, chest, face, hands and feet. On the exhale, come down. Can you feel the core has to work fairly hard for this movement to happen? On the inhale, lifting up. Exhale, come down. If your lower back doesn't like it, don't do it. Last one. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to come down. Again, hand underneath the forehead. Bring the feet up. Little side to side movement. Let the breath settle. Let the feet find the floor again. And when you're ready, pushing into the hands to bring the bottom back. Widen the knees, toes together. Do wag the tail. Settle back. And then find a moment of stillness again. Just counterposing the back bend a little. Drawing the breath into areas that have worked, that have stretched. One more breath. And then bringing yourself up. Ready for a downward dog. Knees under hips, hands just forward of the shoulders, perhaps wider than shoulders. Tuck toes, normal inhale. On the exhale, bottom comes back. Hips come up. Find a good position for the feet. Hands gently spreading, pushing into the floor. Hips slide away from the wrists. Armpits looking at each other. Front ribs in. Sit bones high. Walking out the legs if that's what they feel they want to do. And then have a static breath. And on the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, walk forward. Find your forward fold in front of your mat. Feet are hip width and parallel. There's a nice bend in the knee. Grabbing elbow to elbow, ragdoll, nodding head. Toes spread, heels pulling away from toes. Lengthen the foot. A gentle pressing into the foot, but it's very gentle. Let's find a half forward fold. So on the inhale, sliding up the shins, shoulder blades down, nice straight back, chin in. Exhale, coming down. Bend those knees again. Last time, inhale, half forward fold, rising up. Exhale, coming down. Lovely, and then on the inhale, bend the knees a lot, push into the feet, rise up, arms up, all the way up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Keep them in the heart center, finding Tadasana. So the feet gently pushing into the floor. Heels pulling away from the toes, lengthen the soles of the feet. Gently pushing down. Low ribs are in, shoulders wide, collarbones wide, hands to the heart center, chin draws back a little. Crown of head, the highest thing in the room. Find the breath from standing. And then let's find those arms. Bend the knees a little, find weight into the feet, and on the inhale, rise up from the feet. Reaching up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Bending those knees a little, feel a stretch into the calf, Achilles. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, coming down, rooting into the earth. Last time, inhale, rising up. Stay up. Interlink fingers or grab a wrist. Exhale, have that side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, center, find length. Exhale, side bend. Lovely. Inhale, up. Exhale, arms float down. Interlinking hands behind you, double angle, so opening out the collarbones. Squeezing the hands apart. Maybe the arms can straighten, but they don't have to. We inhale into open chest. And on the exhale, come into your forward fold, not allowing the shoulders to drop. Collarbones remain open. Breathing into it, feet still pushing into the floor. One more breath. Arms up and over the head. Lovely, and on the inhale, rise up. Little back bend. So on the exhale, push into the feet. Hips come forward, lift up from the heart. Exhale, let the head dip back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, release the arms. Easing off. Fantastic. So we're going to come into our dynamic vinyasa work. We'll have a sun salute 8 just to warm up the body completely, and then we'll come into the classical sun salutes, 2 of those before we move into the last sequence, which is a bit more complicated. But let's do sun salute 8, so settling into those feet. On the inhale, reaching up. On the exhale, coming forward, forward folding. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Step back the right leg. Step back the left leg. Find your plank. And on the exhale, knees to floor, rolling down through the thighs. Coming into cobra, hands under shoulders, feet well placed. Collarbones open, and on the inhale, rise up. Exhale, coming down. One more of those. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, coming down. Inhale, coming into downward dog. Have a moment in downward dog. Find your form, find all the setup points. And when you're ready, bend the knees, look forward, walk forward. Find the top of your mat, forward folding. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale all the way up, using the floor to rise up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Let the breath settle. So our classical sun salute has this Anjani Asana that we've been doing already. So useful to have your blanket. For me, because of my proportion, my blanket wants to kind of be in the middle of the mat so that I know when I step back, when I drop my knee, it's going to find the blanket. But if you've got longer legs, which is more than likely, you might have to place the blanket just somewhere slightly different. So you could have a little practice as to where the blanket is, or just move it as you get there. And then we're going to settle. Ready to do classical sun salute. On the inhale, rising up. On the exhale, coming forward. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Step back with the left foot. Let the left knee find the blanket. Untuck the left foot. On the inhale, hands come back, body comes up, arms come up. On the exhale, let the hips come forward a little, heart open, arms open a little. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step back for plank. Find plank. And then on the exhale, half plank, knees to floor, roll through the thighs to come down. Finding cobra for the inhale. On the inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down. Push into downward dog. Find your way there. Have a moment in downward dog. Find all your setup points. Lifting up left leg. Inner leg lifts the leg. Toes still face down. And if you can, on the exhale, you swing that leg through. But if you know you can't, you bring the foot down, the knee down, and just bring the left foot forward like we did earlier in class. Let the back knee, the right knee, find the floor. Untuck the right foot. When you're ready, on the inhale, arms come back, body comes up, arms come up. On the exhale, hips forward, heart forward. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale, hands find the floor. Tuck the back toes so you can lift the back knee. We're going to step forward. Right foot comes forward, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, heart center. Go to the other side. Inhale, rising up, pushing through the feet. Exhale, coming forward, forward fold. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot going back. Right knee finds the floor, untuck the right foot. The inhale brings the body back, the arms up. Exhale, arms widen, hips forward, heart forward. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands find the floor. Step back into a plank. Have a breath in plank. And when the exhale comes, knee can find the floor, rolling down. Elbows in, ready for cobra. Inhale, come up into cobra, chest open, neck long. Exhale, come down. Find downward dog, push through the hands. Bottom up, armpits see each other, have a breath. When you're ready, on the inhale, lift up right leg, inner leg lifts, toes facing down. And on the exhale, can it swing through, or does the foot need to come down, the knees come down, right foot forward, untuck the back foot. On the inhale, bring the body up, the arms up. And on the exhale, perhaps hips forward, heart forward. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands find the floor, tuck the back toes, knee comes up. Step forward, forward folding, top of your mat. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. And on the inhale, rise up. Hands to heart center. Take a moment to settle. Feel the breath, feel the body again. So we're moving into the slightly more complicated, where we do warrior two, reverse warrior. Plank stretch on one side before we come to the other. So we don't need the blanket, we're going to stay high off our knees this time. Coming into our vinyasa, last vinyasa. Inhaling. Exhaling, coming forward. Half forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Left leg goes back. Long lunge. On the exhale, let the knee find the floor, untuck the back foot. On the inhale, come up. Just like we did before. On the exhale, hips forward, heart forward. Inhale, back off. Exhale, hands to the floor. Let's find that plank again. Find plank. On the exhale, knees to floor, rolling down. Find your cobra on the inhale. Inhale, open chest. Toes into the floor. Exhale, coming down. Push into the hands. Find our downward dog. Have a moment. Excellent. Lifting up the left leg. And if you're happy to, swinging that forward, or again bringing the knees down, foot forward, but eventually the left foot is coming forward into that long lunge. Find your long lunge. And then plant the back foot. Push into both feet. So on the inhale, we can spiral the right arm up and over, finding our warrior two. Find the weight between both feet. Look down, see your big toe. On the inhale, straighten the front leg. Bring the palms together. On the exhale, find your warrior two. Two more. Inhaling to rise up. Exhaling, warrior two. Inhale to rise up. Leg lengthens. Exhaling, warrior two. Stay in your warrior two. Find the weight equal between both feet. both sides of the body long. Let's reverse that warrior. Back hand finds the back thigh, flip the front palm, and on the inhale, reach up. On the exhale, find warrior two. On the inhale, reach forward, elbow, let the hand drop down, up over ear, find plank stretch. Inhale, come up through warrior two. Exhale, arc back, reverse. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, come forward, sweep that arm up and over. Inhale. Exhale, find reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, stay in plank stretch. So there's no real weight on the elbow. We're stretching from outer edge of the right foot to the fingertips of the right hand. Again, we've got the stretch at the side body, feeling long. One more breath, strong legs. Good, inhale through warrior two. And on the exhale, clock that back hand up and over. Hands find the floor, we find our long lunge again. We step back, downward dog. Breathe into it. Walk forward. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, hands heart center. Take a breath. Other side, inhaling, rising up. Exhaling, forward folding. Inhale, half forward fold. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot goes back. Long lunge, then the knee finds the floor. We untuck the back foot. We rise up, inhaling. Exhaling, let the body come through, heart come up. Inhaling, coming back a little. Exhaling, hands find floor. Step back into your plank. On the exhale, let the knees find the floor, rolling through the thighs. Ready for cobra on the inhale. Chest is open. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, come down. Downward dog, pushing back and up. Find your downward dog for a couple of breaths. Then we're going to lift the right leg on the inhale. Can you swing it through, or does the foot want to come through, the knees come down, but the right foot will come forward. Tap the back toes, come into that long lunge, and then you can plant the back foot down, the left foot flat on the floor. Push into both feet, the hands aren't supporting, so on the inhale, left arm can arc up and over, finding warrior two. Find a moment, settle, equal weight, sides of the body long. Be happy in your warrior two, see that big toe at the front. And then on the inhale, straighten the front leg, turn the body, palms together. Exhale into warrior two, two more. Inhale, rising up, straightening the leg. Hands together, exhaling, warrior two. Last time, inhale, coming up. Exhaling, warrior two. Find your warrior two again. Settle into the legs, they're not going to change. Let's reverse the warrior. Back hand to back thigh, flip the front palm, and on the inhale, arc into reverse warrior. Exhale, find warrior two. Inhale, reach forward. Let the left arm come down and then up over the ear. Exhale, come through warrior two. Inhale, arc into reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, coming forward. If your breath is different, just keep going with what you're doing. Back to warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, plank, staying there. Breathing into it again, no weight on that elbow. Strong legs, strong roots. There's a sense of length from the fingertips down to the outer edge of the left foot. Breathe into it, strong, strong posture. Lovely, and then when you're ready, inhale back through warrior two. And on the exhale, clock that back hand up and over. Hand to floor. Step back, downward dog. Find neutrality, find length in the spine. Have a moment. Then bend the knees, look forward, step forward. Find a forward fold at the top of your mat. Inhale, half forward fold. Last time, exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands, heart center. Settling. Real tune into the heartbeat. Can you feel it underneath the thumbs? Tune into the breath. How quickly can that all calm down? So coming into warrior one, so stepping back with the right foot, a long enough step where we feel that the hips can face forward. The angle of the back foot is dictating how well the hips can face forward. So mine's almost parallel, but just open a little bit. The toes are open rather than the heel, but I'm finding a place where I feel my hips are pretty much facing forward without really torquing into the sacrum here. On the inhale, arms come up and the front knee bends. On the exhale, we're coming back. So very similar to Anjani Asana, but now we're completely upright on the inhale, coming up. On the exhale, coming back, straightening front leg. And again, last time, inhale, bending the front knee, arms come up. Can you see all of your toes? Pushing into the back heel, ball of the front toe. Maybe we need to widen our arms to a wide V. Breathing into it. Lovely. And then let's inhale, arms to cactus. Breathing into that open chest, and on the exhale, bring the elbows and the palms together. Inhale to open our cactus, shoulder blades squeezing together, elbows wide. Exhaling, drawing them together. Last time, inhaling to open, armpits open here, exhaling, squeezing shut. Inhaling, arms up. And on the exhale, straightening the front leg, arms come back, step forward. Take a moment, find the breath, sensations in legs. And then stepping back with the left leg. Again, finding the angle of the back foot where we feel that the hips are pretty much facing forward. And you're pushing into the back heel, the back edge of the back foot, to feel that left glute switching on. Ball of the front big toe is actively pushing into the floor as well. And then on the inhale, arms come up, knee comes forward, it bends. Exhaling, coming back with your own breath. Inhaling, knee bends, arms up. See all your toes. Exhaling, extending the leg, arms come down. Staying there, coming into warrior one. Front knee bent, arms maybe a wide V so you feel your shoulders can be relaxed. Breathing into it, finding your feet, your strong roots first. So the back edge of the back foot, the back heel, the ball of the front foot, looking down, seeing the toes. Then cactus arms, inhaling. And on the exhale, elbows together, palms together. Inhale, opening the elbows, shoulder blades squeeze together. Exhale, squeeze, close the palms. One more, inhaling to breathe into the chest. Exhale to close. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, straighten the arms, arms down. Step forward. One moment, stillness again. Knowing it's time to come to the floor. Through Malasana again, our squat. So again, you know, if the flat brick is an option for you, or is it a rolled up blanket? Is that enough to tip the heels up? Whatever you've got that helps. I'm quite happy on the floor, so I'm not going to have a prop. So the toes are wide, the heels are out. We inhale, the arms up. We exhale, but start bending those knees, hands to heart center. And then really being aware of the outer edges of the feet. We inhale and stop. We exhale and come down a little further. Maybe we need to widen the feet. We inhale for length, exhale to come down. And wherever you get to, you hold, but you're finding the outer edges of your feet or the outer heel if you're on a prop. But you come down to where you sit naturally, Elbows are into the inner edges of the knees, the knees are pushing into elbows, elbows into knees, hands at heart centre. Breathing into it. But can you find the outer edges of the feet? This is your base, your root. Chin draws back a little to find length in the lower back, and you breathe into it. Feel that inner leg line opening a little more. One more breath. Lovely. Then the fingertips find the floor to bring yourself down to the floor. Let the feet be wide edges of mat. Hands just in a position behind you to support you. Let's find windscreen wipers from here. So very slowly letting the knees come over. And the more weight you can give through the buttocks and the legs, the more of a kind of massage you can get. Rolling over one side and then the other. Feeling that massage you can get by just giving weight to the floor. Lovely, and then coming back to neutral, feet into more of a hip width position. And we're going to come down onto our backs for our core work, but we'll use a roll down and we'll do it dynamically a couple of times before we fully roll down. But to begin with, you're going to want to find a neutral spine. So here it's rounded. So the feet are in a position, the knees are bent, so that you can roll up and onto the front edge of your sit bones. So where do your feet need to be for that to happen? So we're not sitting on the tailbone, we're pushing lower back forward a little to roll onto the front edge of the sit bones to find our lumbar curve. And this is where we're going to come back to. Arms are out though, as they always are. Little pinky side pulling away. We inhale, and on the exhale you're just rolling back to a place where you can stay for the pause with the feet flat on the floor. As soon as they feel they're rising up, on the inhale, come back up. Find that neutral curve again. Exhale, drawing back. So where do the feet want to start coming off? That's where you're going to stay. Core working hard. Inhale to come up. This time we can go all the way down. Keep the arms level with the floor. Exhaling, coming down, coming down, coming down, coming down. Really good. Once you get down there, knees into chest, easing off. 4 core postures this class before we come into stretches and relaxation. So the first one is we're going to extend the legs up, active feet, lower back staying on the floor, and you're really aware of that continuing throughout our practice here. The arms are coming up overhead if that's okay for your shoulders. If it's not good to have your arms overhead, you can just keep them on the knees. But if you're okay to, really grind the lower back into the floor, have an inhale. On the exhale, we reach for our toes, lifting up the shoulder blades, and then can you do 5 little pulses? And then on the inhale, let the arms come back, head come back down. 4 more. Exhale brings you up, shoulder blades up, reaching up. 5 little pulses. Inhale brings you down. 5 in all if you can manage. Lower back absolutely sealed to the floor. Breath guiding movement. Exhale makes these pulses. Inhale brings you back. And this is the last one. We exhale and eyes up. Really reaching for those toes. Inhale, come back. Knees into chest. Ease off. Lovely. Then we've got that familiar crisscross. So again, the legs are extended, lower back remaining on the floor. It's not popping up in the lower arch area. Arms are out to the sides, palms are up or down if you want more stability. Normal inhale, and then on the exhale, we've got that crisscrossing, pointing toes, only coming as far as the lower back is on the floor. And the inhale brings it back up. Let's keep going. Stopping when you really feel the lower back is too tired, if that's starting to take over from the core. But if you can, the exhale brings the feet down to wherever you can control it. The inhale brings you back up. And week on week, you might feel that you can come lower now than you could at the beginning, that you feel a little bit stronger. And if not, it'll come, I promise. Keep going. So we're working the inner and outer leg line by scissoring the legs, but very much working our cores. Let's try one more. Exhale brings the legs down, controlling it with that strong core. The inhale brings it up. Ease in, ease off. Maybe you need to turn the neck from side to side. Ease into that lower back. 2 more to do. Foot finds floor, other foot finds floor, hip width and parallel. Ready for this reach for the heels of either foot. We're going to lift up the torso and then leave it up and then reach. So on the inhale, get some breath in, and on the exhale, lift up the shoulder blades. Stay high on the inhale. On the exhale, can you reach for the heel, perhaps reach for the little toe. Inhale to centre. Exhale, reach the other side. So it's another C curve. We inhale to centre. Exhale to reach. Lateral curves, oblique movements. Exhale makes the reach. Inhale back to centre. A couple more. Strengthening the neck as well. Even number to both sides, and then releasing down. Again, maybe you want to ease off the neck. Maybe you feel you want to ease off the lower back. So the last one is our bicycles. So for a couple of weeks we've been keeping one elbow down as we reach for the knee. But today, if you wanted to up the ante a little, we can lift up both shoulders and keep them up off the floor. So up to you. But one knee is into the chest, one leg is long. Take a normal inhale, and then on the exhale we twist and turn towards the knee. Inhale to centre, exhale to turn. So you're either keeping the shoulder blades up and twisting on the exhale, or you're coming back down to the floor and leaving one shoulder blade on the floor as you twist. But the legs keep bicycling. You keep twisting on the exhale. That doesn't change. And again, you might feel you can do maybe a couple more than you did the first class. Feeling stronger. Couple more to each side. Lovely. And then coming down, knowing your core work is done. Easing off. Let's find a nice rolling bridge to neutralise that work. So the feet are hip width and parallel. They're as close into the bottom as they can be, but if they can't get into the bottom, make sure they are parallel with each other. Shoulder blades flat on the floor, palms are down, and then on the inhale you're pushing through the feet, rolling the tailbone up, the lower back up, middle back up, upper back up. And on the exhale, upper back finds the floor, then the middle back, the lower back and the tail. Keep going with your own breath. It's the inner edge of the feet now, controlling this movement. That's where you want to make sure the knees aren't flopping out, but over the ankles. Can you find a fluidity to the spine as you inhale, rolling up vertebra by vertebra. Stay up there this time if you can, pushing into the inner edges of the feet, the balls of the feet, the heels of the feet. Inhaling into open chest, and on the exhale the knees come away from the hips away from the shoulders. Inhale into open chest again. And then on the exhale, rolling down gently, vertebra by vertebra by vertebra. Number 4, stretch. So let's bring up the right knee into the chest. Little stretch off, maybe a little circling movement. Flexing the foot, making it active, and then crossing it over the left thigh. Maybe this is enough for you just to push into the inner thigh to get a stretch into the inner leg and also the right hip. But if you can, you're reaching the hand through that little window so that you can grab the underneath of the thigh of the left leg. The elbow may be able to help push out the right knee a little. Maybe it doesn't need that. And then you're breathing into the stretch into that right hip. Chin tucks in a little, long necks, the left foot can raise up a little, come down a little. And by moving the shin and the foot getting higher and lower, there may be a point where you feel, oh, there's an extra bit of stretch here into that right hip. I'm going to stay here, that feels good. I can breathe into that there. Really tuning into your body. One more breath. Lovely. And then letting the left foot find the floor. Right foot find the floor. Bring the left knee into the chest, squeezing it in a little, maybe making little circles. Flexing the left foot, making the foot active, crossing it over the right thigh. And again, is it just a gentle push into the inner thigh to get the hip work, the hip opening? Maybe it's enough on this side, but if you want to, reaching through that little window, grabbing underneath the thigh of the right leg. Maybe the elbow is gently pushing onto the inner thigh to open out left, but you're feeling the stretch on the left hip. Chin tucked in. Breathing into it. And then again, if you lift up the supporting foot, the right foot a little, how does that change the stretch? And then lower it down slowly. Find a point where you find the best, the most satisfying stretch for you. Breathe into it. Perhaps eyes are closed so you can really get into your feeling body. Couple more breaths. Lovely, and then when you're ready, foot finds the floor. Other foot finds the floor. Ready for our supine twist. So arms are out, crucifix fashion, palms are up. Let's just shift the hips slightly over to the right hand side. Bring the knees into the chest. On the exhale, let the knees flop over to the left, and at some point the foot will find the floor to support the twist. And then just rest into the support of the feet and look over the right shoulder. Perhaps close the eyes, chin's tucked in. And just enjoy the twist. Breathing into top ribs. Exhaling, softening. Where can you breathe into? Where can you soften? One more breath. On the inhale, come back to center. Feet find the floor. Hips find center again. And then hips just come over slightly to the left before the knees come into center again. And on the exhale, knees come over to the right hand side. And the foot finds the floor. And then we relax into it. Looking over the left arm now. Away from those knees. Breathing into the stretch. Breathing into the open side of the body. Expansion on the inhale, softening on the exhale. Can you soften the lower back, the tummy, the shoulders? Inhale into open spaces. One more breath. Inhale, center. Exhale, feet to floor. Shift the hips back to center again. And the knees into the chest. A little ease off. So how would you feel about coming into Shavasana from here? Do you need to just do a little pelvic tilt to feel that you find neutrality again? If you do, you exhale and push the lower back into the floor a little. Inhale and just let it loosen off. Exhale. Pushing into the floor. Inhale, just softening. And then extending one leg and the other leg. Armpits are open. Do you need a blanket on you? Do you need a cushion under your head? Get all of those things in place. And if they're not in place, please pause the video before you come into full relaxation. If you're not comfortable with the legs fully outstretched, you're welcome to bend the knees. Let the knees just fall against each other in half Shavasana. I'm going to sit up to take you through your relaxation. You stay where you are. Right toes soft, sole of right foot soft, top of right foot soft, right calf relaxed, right thigh soft, right buttock soft and flat on the floor. Left toes are soft, sole of left foot soft, top of left foot soft, left calf relaxed, left thigh soft, left buttock soft flat on the floor. Right fingers are soft, palm of right hand soft, back of right hand soft, right forearm soft, right upper arm soft, right shoulder blade soft flat on the floor. Left fingers soft, palm of left hand soft, back of left hand soft, left forearm soft, left upper arm soft, left shoulder blade soft flat on the floor. Stomach and all the organs inside are soft, finding space. Lower ribs soft and wide, upper chest soft and wide. Right shoulder soft, left shoulder soft. Back of the neck soft, hollow at the base of the skull, soft, deep inside. Throat soft, jaw relaxed, root of tongue soft. Forehead slips into scalp, area between the eyebrows softens and widens. Right eye all around, deep behind it is soft. Left eye all around, deep behind it soft. Nose soft, lips soft. Right cheek soft and left cheek soft. Whole of the inside of the mouth is soft. Back of roof of mouth soft and relaxed. Both sides of the brain find space and soften. Deep in your heart center, space, softness. Whole of the body, soft and relaxed. And as you exhale there, you release into the support of the ground, rooting down into the support of the earth below you. And as you inhale, have a sense of inhaling up through those deep roots into each layer of your body, rising until it reaches the upper limits and meets the nourishing light above you. Exhale, draw this energy down through the layers of your body into your deep roots. Inhale from roots to sky. Exhale from sky to roots. If the mind wanders, bring it back. And perhaps now, as you inhale, you can draw the energies from both above and below you deep into the center of yourself as you expand. And as you exhale, can you direct that wonderful, nourishing light to all parts of your body? Inhaling from above and below, drawing that in as you expand. And as you exhale, sending that smiling, nourishing energy outward to every cell of your body. Staying with the breath until you hear the bells. So hearing the bells, knowing it's time just to let that go a little, so you're able to take a deeper inhalation, but still letting go on your exhale, still softening. a deeper inhalation still. Exhale, letting go but staying centered. And on the next deep inhale, perhaps thinking about wriggling fingers and toes. And really scan your body and see what movement it might want to make. Does it want a stretch along the floor? Do the knees want to gently come into the chest for one last little roll around and easing off? When you feel ready, roll onto your right side for a moment on your side, or if the eyes haven't already opened, you gently open them but keep a smile to the edges. And when ready, pushing up to comfortable seat. Sukhasana, finding those sit bones, that long spine. Fingertips can find the earth one last time. When an inhale comes, rising up from sit bones to fingertips, raising the arms up. On the exhale, hands come through heart center. Inhale into open heart, long spine. And on the exhale, nod to the heart. Namaste. Thank you.